moms who ask the questions, digging deep, no second guessing. From the school run to the crime scene, truth and chaos, we're the dream team. Bad Kids Club, yeah, we ride or die. Sad eyes sharp and our standards high, brought together by FKR. Now we're taking truth real far, and we're just getting started. Talk time with Amy, Boston, and Kelly, spilling facts that hit your belly. Partners in crime, fueled by conviction. Moms on a mission with sharp intuition. Talk time, we're calling out lies with caffeine, chaos, and side-eyed vibes. It's raw, it's real, it's how we vent. Leaning close, let the reckoning commence. This is Talk Time with Amy, Boston, and Kelly, where the tea is hot and the truth cuts.
Hello, fam. Good morning. Good morning, Mark. My little brother Mark is here. Who else is here? Since we have a few people, we are going to be streaming Miss Donna Adelson's trial. The rest of jury selection is this morning, and then from there, we will have opening statements by lunchtime, hopefully. Can't wait. What's everybody doing out there? So it's 10:07 or 10:10 right now. I started a little early. I figured what I will do is this is the one that's streaming. So this one right here. Come on in, hang out, guys. Let's go have fun. Let's watch some Adelson. So if you don't know what is happening with the Adelson trial, let me get you guys a good rundown, because Miss Gossip, Rumor, and Innuendo, Miss Kathy, she does a good thing here. I'm trying to think. Anyway, I was going to show it, but I'm not going to show it now. I'm just going to pull down this thing up on the stage. We can wait for hers to come on. It's probably going to be a little bit. Let's see. Maybe I can find a quick rundown. The best rundown we have is, let me do this. We're going to share this real quick. And Kathy gives the best rundowns. Let's see.
Miss Donna Sue Adelson, her trial starts this week. And I was like, oh, we need to talk about her. First, you know what you need to do. Please like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share out this madness that I call a YouTube channel. Me and you, we're going to get to 30,000 subscribers together. Oh, hopefully during this trial. Okay, so look. If you are new to the Donna Adelson case, don't you worry your pretty little head. I am about to give you a complete history of one Donna Adelson. This, my friends, is only part one. Okay, so picture it. It's the late 60s, early 70s, and when Donna Sue Schechter is looking around, I think I need a husband. And so she's like, what have we here? This young Harvey Adelson. Oh, he's a dashing young man. He wants to become a dentist. And she's like, oh, I can see myself as a dentist's wife. So Donna Schechter is like, hey, boy, hey, to Harvey Adelson, please know, I'm giving you the facts, the broad strokes, the details. I may have embellished just a skosh.
Okay, Miss Kathy never embellishes, first of all. Miss Kathy is amazing. She gives it to you like the CVS. You know what I mean? Like you're at the CVS and you guys are checking it out. Oh goodness, Mark. Nashville in the AM. What? So this is like we're hanging out on the street corner or CBS, just hanging out talking with Miss Kathy. She is great. She will give you all the information. So we're going to try to watch it. I'm going to stop in between and kind of just talk about it while we're waiting for Donna to start. So I'm going to continue.
Anyway, so she's just like, would you like to clean my teeth? I could be a dentist, why? And he was like, oh, Donna girl. Okay, yeah. Will you marry me? And so they get married 1971. Child, married for 54 years at this point. So Donna Schechter becomes Donna Sue Adelson. Oh, and she could not be happier. And then just like that, boom, she's pregnant. Here comes her first child, Robert Adelson. Oh, the Adelsons are so happy. They have a beautiful baby boy. It's so wonderful. And she's Jewish, he's Jewish, and now they have a beautiful Jewish son, because being Jewish is very, very important to the Adelsons, but only like a little bit. They're not like super duper Jewish. They're like Jew-ish. You know what I mean? Like diet Jewish. Anyway, so they keep living their lives. Oh, wait.
Okay, so they're Jew-ish. We're ish. Basically what that means is that they do it when they feel like it and what they feel like doing it too. Now, Dan Markel, who Wendy married and who this case was about, who they murdered, is the one who is kosher Jewish. And that meant he was very strict in his religion. So they kind of worked it around each other to figure out what they wanted to do. We'll see.
Donna's expecting again. Oh, here comes baby number 2, young Charlie. Oh, this is like the happiest they've ever been. 2 young sons, they're living their lives. She's becoming a dentist wife. He's setting up a practice. And then, oh, wait a minute. One more time, a third blessing. Yes, what is this? Oh, a girl, baby Wendy. The family is complete. And so they're raising up their kids. Now, is Donna a little bit controlling? I get the feeling that she was a Karen before there were Karens. She loved her children. She loved her family. She stayed home with the kids while Hobby went off and like flossed people's teeth and stuff like that. He did like, all the dentist things. At one point, they even went on Wheel of Fortune. Well, Donna went on Wheel of Fortune and she's like, I am a domestic goddess. Oh, yes. And then she solved the puzzle and she won money. And she was just like, life could not get any better. Little problem was happening in this family, though. That Rob, he was a little bit of a goody two-shoes. And it's not that they didn't love Rob, but Donna was just like, you just seem to want to do like everything exactly right. Where Donna and Javi and those 2 youngest children, they're like, we will follow the spirit of the law, if not the letter of the law, right? But they raised their children. Everybody got well educated. That oldest son, Rob, he became a doctor. Oh, so fancy.
Rob is actually a ear, nose, and throat doctor in New York area. He does not have conversation or any contact with his family for a reason. I would not either. So we will go from there. Like, why? I don't understand, but it is. Here, keep going.
The second son, Charlie, also a doctor. He was a dentist, like a periodontist. Now listen, was Charlie a bit of a rapscallion? Yes, of course he was. You know how boys are. They get in trouble. They're sometimes on the verge of flunking out of dental school, but Javi knows people. Javi is like, boop, 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 boop. Hello, friends. Please help my rapscallion of a son continue into dental school. And if he doesn't quite pass the test that you need, let's look past that. He's going to be a fabulous dentist one day. And then that young Wendy, brilliant. She wants to go to law school. And they're like, oh, 2 doctors and a lawyer. We are living our Miami dreams. So they have a practice open. One son's a doctor. Like, I believe he's an ear, nose, and throat doctor. And then Charlie is a dentist. Oh, just like his father. And then Wendy is just like, I am going to wow the legal world. Rob, the oldest, the goody two-shoes, wants to get married. And see, while he's off at school, he meets a brown girl, an Indian woman. And his family was like, right, that's real nice, but she's not Jewish at all, is she? Are there Indian Jews? And he was like, no. See, but I really love her. And his mother's like, that's real nice, but she's still not Jewish. So I don't think she's going to be a good fit for this family because we really want Jewish grandchildren. He's like, but I love her a real lot. And Donna was like, right, that's nice. Off.
Yeah, she was Jewish. She was not Jewish enough. Hey, Donovan. Hey, Natalie. Yeah, Kathy, I follow her for a long time. Even before she got pretty big, she's been growing really fast. I love talking with Kathy and watching Kathy talk because she is hilarious and she just explains it so well. Hey, Blue Eyes, how are you, baby? Mark and Donovan are in the house, Natalie. So is Blue. So I'm going to keep watching it so we just kind of get caught up while I'm waiting for Donna's trial to start.
With her head. I mean, she did not, unfortunately, unalive her, but she was like, no. In this you see, your father and I married a Jew, your father married a Jew, we married each other, and the expectation is that all of you kids will marry Jewish. And he was just like, but we're not even really that Jewish. And his mother's like, right, but I still expect Jewish grandchildren. So he was like, okay, love of my life, bye. This relationship can't last because you're not Jewish. My mother has set me up with a nice Jewish girl, and I'm going to have to marry her. And so,
except the same woman told Wendy in an email to dress her kids up as Nazis and take a picture and send it to Dan Markel, as well as said, let's baptize them Catholic. So they wanted to change their religion as well, too, even though they're Jewish or Jew-ish. From my understanding,
it breaks Robbie's heart, but he breaks up with his Indian American girlfriend and marries a nice Jewish lady. That marriage lasts all of 3 seconds. And then he's like, this is, girl, I'm so sorry. I can't do it. I know we would have had Jewish babies and stuff, but really all I want is my nice Indian girlfriend. So he ends the marriage with the Jewish girl and then goes back to the love of his life and they get married. Hooray! And the parents are like, oh, you want me to wear a sari, you say? Oh, I'm going to have to discover what a bindi is. I don't think red is my color. Why are there things on my forehead? I can't do this. Oh, okay. We're going to grin through these pictures because now you're happy. As though your happiness matters. Donna was like, my happiness is the most important thing. My son's happiness, he will get happy when I'm happy. But Rob marries his Indian wife and he's just like, babe, you know what we need to do? We need to move far away from these mamalukes because you see how my mom is all up in my business. So they move from Miami to upstate New York, like the cold part of New York, up there, like Canada adjacent New York. How bad does your family have to be for you to move from the sunny coast of Miami to Albany, Buffalo, one of those places where the snow gets up to your eyebrows? He's like, I will take snow and my beautiful wife and my beautiful eventual children and not have to deal with that heifer down there. So Rob stays close-ish to his family, as close as you can be to somebody who you live several hundred miles from. Honey, let me tell you from experience, sometimes that several hundred miles is the key to a good relationship. And you're like, oh, I'm too busy. I can't talk to you now. Okay, bye. Anyway, so Rob's living up north. They're like, okay, Charlie, you can bring her.
Oh, Charlie. Yes, Charlie is the periodontist. Or periodontist. I can't even talk today. I'm not Englishing well. It's the periodontist, Charlie, who himself was not the brightest in school, and I feel like was probably paid to get him through school. Oh my God, if they did a live together, Kathy, Jimmy, and Kim together would be hilarious. I love when her and Jimmy get together. Donna Adelson. Incident is Donna Adelson. Let's see. All right.
From a nice Jewish, you're not, you're just going to be dropping it low and spreading it wide and passing out your goodies to everybody here in town. That's okay. We have Wendy to focus on. And then Donna was like, okay, Wendy, it's time for you to get married. I know you finished your undergrad degree. You're in law school. You're the top of your class. You need to give me Jewish grandbabies. And Wendy was like, okay, no pressure. And her mother was like, lots of pressure, lots and lots of pressure. Look, me and you were going to go online. What is this lovely J date? Let's shop together. You know how sometimes we shop for shoes and dresses and stuff? Today, we're shopping for a husband for you. So her mother picks out a husband as though he's from like a catalog or something. This one right here, he's a hobby.
Can anybody? Oh, that's not a good look.
Lawyer.
We got to get her moving on. We don't need that look for her. That was not a good look for our Kathy. I love her too much. So she's right that the whole J-date thing, like they went on J-date for Rob first. They don't do it for Charlie. Apparently, he's allowed to find his own women, even if they're underage, preferably allegedly. And then they have Wendy, and they're like, oh no, you're gonna find a good Jewish man. And then Dan enters the picture.
Wendy, he's going to be perfect for you, Wendy. Look, he's attractive. He has a big brain. This is going to be beautiful. Meanwhile, when Danny Markel was minding his business over there in DC, doing some legally law stuff, right? So he meets Wendy and he's just like, oh, she's charming. She's beguiling. She's extra bendy in the bedroom. Okay, I love her. I'm going to get married. And Donna was like, this is perfect.
Extra bendy in the bedroom.
You found yourself a Jewish husband. How quickly till you can give me Jewish grandchildren? I need them right away. I need them right now. And Danny was like, right. I am also Jewish, as we have mentioned before, and I would like to keep kosher and get extra religious and have a nice Jewish wedding. And Wendy's mama, Donna, was like, okay, but we're just like Jewish. You know, we're not obsessed with it. We're like culturally Jewish, not religiously Jewish. And Wendy was like, I just love him. And I want to get married. There's some issues in this relationship that might make us incompatible. And then her mother was like, Jewish grandchildren, Wendy. I need the grandbabies. And the little cheeks. I want to pinch their little tuckuses. I have to have Jewish grandchildren. She's like, okay, mom, go ahead and plan my wedding. Even though every other day I'm thinking about breaking up with this dude. I don't know. I'm not sure we're a good match. And her mother's like, he's smart. You're smart. Did I also mention Jewish grandchildren? I need some grandchildren, Wendy. And Wendy was like, okay. So Mama Donna plans the wedding. Wendy and Dan get married. And at the wedding, Wendy's husband, discovers like, wait, remember when I said I was super duper Jewish and really, really into my faith and keeping all the rules and stuff, not just the spirit of the law, but the letter of the law? Remember when I said I wanted kosher food? And Donna was like, I mean, it's kosher style. He's like, no, like no shrimp egg rolls, no ham and cheese sandwiches. I want kosher, not kosher style. And Donna was like, right. But that's not what I wanted. I did what I wanted, and I'm sure you'll be fine. You'll go along with it.
Yeah, mommy dearest, we do what we want, right? We tell our kids what to do. We do how we want to do it. And we make sure that everybody else is in line with them. I could totally see Donna inside that marriage. Like I guarantee she spoon-fed Wendy everything that they did during that marriage. Like almost to a gross extent, because you've heard the videos or the jail calls with Charlie, and it's such an overbearing, like I don't know. My mom was not overbearing like that, so I don't know how it would happen like that. I would freak out.
And Wendy was like, okay, well, see, my mom just did what she wanted. And Danny was like, this is terrible. I'm sorry, kosher guests, you can't eat the food, but let's go dance. So Danny's friends were like, Danny, you should not be marrying this heifer because this is not going to go good. You're at your wedding. She served us ham and cheese sandwiches. And he was like, I mean, did you see her in like a tight dress though? She looks amazing. She's extra bendy in the bedroom. She's Jewish. This is going to be fine. Don't you worry about it. So Wendy gets married and she's like, I mean, I guess this is okay. I'm super smart and I'm used to being the star of the show. But Danny has very, very main character energy. And so I don't know that this is a good match because I prefer to be the main character. And Donna's like, give me grandchildren. You taking the pill, Daniel, Wendy, you quit taking the pill. And she's like, I mean, yes, I'm planning on it. But like, I don't know, Mom. I'm not sure about this marriage. And her mother's like, right, give me grandchildren. So, Donna Adelson had decided that her son-in-law and her daughter were.
I'm thankful my mama wasn't like that. She liked her grandbabies, but she didn't force you to get babies. Although I provided her with plenty, and she was very happy about that. Oh my God! And the other day, I didn't tell you guys, I had Liam at the doctor this week, like multiple times for follow-up appointments, and we had the doctor, and so he goes to my phone and he goes through my pictures and my videos, and Kathy I just love her so much. So he was going through my phone and my pictures. My mom died September 29th of 2023. So it's been a really rough 2 years. I still struggle pretty much every day with losing her because it happened quickly. And we weren't prepared because she was perfectly healthy and then she wasn't. And so like I just anyway, so Liam was on my phone and he was scrolling through pictures. He likes to watch himself. He laughs at himself in videos and stuff. And he goes to a picture and I pull it up and it was a picture of my mom. And it's been a long time since he's seen her. And I said, Liam, who's that? And he said, Gamal. And I busted out in tears. He knew who my mama was. And that made my day, because that's the one thing I wanted to make sure is that Liam and Declan don't ever forget her, because my older kids, they got to have long relationships with her. Yeah. Wake Me Up When September Ends is my song for her a lot, because I don't like September. And sadly, we had her taken off life support the day my brother's birthday is September 28th, and we did it September 29th because they were going to force us to take her off. And by Saturday on the 30th. So we did not. I'm not crying. You're crying. I'm not crying. I promise I'm not crying. You're crying. Okay, I might have a couple tears because I love my mama a lot. Good morning, Dave. Good morning, Patrick. Oh my gosh, all my favorites are coming in. It's amazing. We're all going to be back together for the Donna Adelson. Oh, real September 30th. Oh my gosh. Yeah, so I totally get it, Natalie. Yeah, they were going to make us take my mom off life support on the 30th. Because they're only allowed to be on life support for 2 weeks before you have to decide whether to send them to a long-term facility or to put them or to let them go and see what happens in the natural way. So we decided that we weren't going to let them tell us when to do it, that we wanted to decide. But my brother's birthday was the 28th. So on Tuesday before, because it was a Thursday, sad that I remember all this days and times and where I was or how I was sitting and all that stuff. And we decided to have them remove life support on the 29th so that we could guarantee that it wasn't on my brother's birthday. So he didn't have that memory. But my mom and Sutton, the daughter that I lost, share a birthday as well, which was August 6th. So August 6th, and then my mom lasted 8.5 hours of life support. Our whole family was around her, and my sister was holding her hand, and I guess my sister felt her breathe differently all of a sudden. She took a breath, and it was like a sigh, and then she was gone. And my sister knew at that moment that she was gone. So I couldn't be there in the room myself because it's my mama. I couldn't see it. I didn't like to see her on life support. But I have a lot of pictures of myself holding her hand when she was there. So it's just our hands. Okay, back to this because I'm not going to cry anymore, guys. This is not sad.
I'm going to live very close to them down in Miami. And Danny was down in Miami applying for jobs and stuff. And he thought he was going to get one, but it didn't work out good. And he ended up going to Florida State University, way up in northern Florida, like the Alabama portion of Florida, as opposed to the Miami portion of.
By the way, go Gators, because FSU sucks. But I just wanted to put that in there. You know, just in case people didn't hear me. Go Gators!
Florida. And Wendy was like, oh, here I go to Tallahassee, far, far, far away from my controlling mother. Now, listen, if this is me personally, I would have liked to be very far away from a controlling mother if I had one. But Wendy was like, I like being told what to do, and I like it when my mom runs my life. And Danny's like, yeah, that's real cute, but get your behind up here to Tallahassee. I'll get you a job so you're busy and stuff. Don't worry about it. And Donna was like, well, this is unacceptable to me, Wendy. You need to be down here, Wendy. Wendy, where are those grandchildren? You promised me grandchildren. Wendy, you should be my neighbor, Wendy. There's a very cute apartment next to me and your dad's apartment. We're very much in love. We can take care of the grandkids. Don't worry about it. And Wendy's like, I'm under so much pressure. Oh, I'm pregnant. So she has her first baby. And her mother's like, this is wonderful. You should really be living down here by me, Wendy. And Wendy is just like, can you focus on Charlie a little bit? Because I'm just trying to, do my thing. Like, no. Charlie is out here boning every woman in the tri-state area. But don't you worry about it, Wendy. You should move down.
Yeah, Charlie was allowed to bone anyone and everyone he wanted to. It didn't matter. But Wendy had to get married to a Jewish guy. And we got stuff happening. Hold on. We got to switch screens, guys. Sorry. When it came on, I told you we would switch. Oh, did they go off? Okay, well, I heard it. But I'll go back. I'll go back here. They got us all mixed up. Charlie, oh my God. Have you seen his mugshot picture with his hair all afroed out, and he looks like a mad scientist that stuck his finger in a light socket? His face. Did you see with the show that Nurse Kim and Jimmy were like picking apart his earlobes and his eyes, his mouth, and his nose? Oh my God. I died laughing at that.
here with me, Wendy. A lot of pressure was on this marriage. Meanwhile, Dan is like a rock star professor. He's speaking everywhere. He's traveling everywhere. They have a new baby. They buy a house. He's like, this is a really wonderful life. He's still super duper Jewish. Wendy is still diet Jewish, which you would think would not be that big of a deal. Turns out it was a very, very big deal, at least for Danny. Wendy was like, I mean, who knew he was this religious? Oh, I'm pregnant again. Okay, so clearly Danny Markel's pullout game was very weak, or they just want to kiss, child, unclear. Anyway, so Wendy has a second son, and she's like, right, I have these two babies and I need to go visit my mother very often because now I have two babies. But my mother does not like me driving all the way from North Florida to South Florida. So every time I go visit her, my mother drives up and then drives back with me because I need a lot of extra help and support. And Danny was like, right, do you? But I love my kids and I want my kids around. And finally, Wendy is like, I don't want to be married anymore. And Dan's like, right. But we're going to stay married because I believe in marriage and family is sacred. And she's like, yeah, but no. And so Danny is away on a business trip. And Wendy is like, okay, Mom, now that I have these two Jewish grandchildren and I have to live up here in North Florida, can I get divorced now? And Donna, allegedly, according to me, was like, bring me those grandchildren. Those grandchildren need to live in Miami near me. And Wendy was like, okay, I'm going to divorce him.
Hey.
So she leaves divorce papers on the bed while Danny is out of town up in New York, right? So she rents an apartment, she moves into the new place, takes all the kids' stuff, and then it's like, boop, boop, boop. Hey, Danny, I know you're about to present at a very important conference, but I'm divorcing you. Click.
Like, seriously? Could you be any more of a shitty woman to do that? Be like, I'm taking the kids, I'm leaving you while you're away on a trip? That's just so shitty to do to anybody. Like, this whole story just makes me angry. Like, no wonder Dan Markel was taking her to through litigation. I mean, she hid assets in her divorce. She did all kinds of stuff.
And Danny's like, wait, what? We believe in family. So you need to stay. Wait. It seems like she was serious when she said she wanted to get divorced. So Danny jumps on a plane, flies from New York back down to Tallahassee, and it's like, oh my goodness, she's dead serious. She's taking everything out of this apartment. All that's left is a bed and a stack of divorce papers. As an aside, my first stepmama did the same thing. Good for you, girl. Anyway, so Danny is just like, no, Wendy, I want to will you back. Oh, I can't will you back. Okay, we going to scorch earth up in this biatch. I will do everything in my power to make sure that I get what I want. And what I want is access to my sons. I want to tuck my sons in bed every single night. And Wendy is like, this is Mama Luke. I thought that by divorcing him, that would be enough. I could have my freedom. And her mother's going, move to Miami, Wendy, move to Miami, move to Miami. Did I mention moving to Miami? You should move to Miami. And Wendy is just like, okay, I'm trying, but it's a lot, like a lot. And so
a lot.
Wendy is like, Danny is fighting me in court because he has the audacity to want to parent his children. And so, Mom, I don't think I can move down there. And Donna is like, wait, what if we offer him $1 million? Me and your brother, Charlie, not so much Rob, because Rob don't really talk to us like that just because I was like terrible and overbearing. I don't know why he would not enjoy that. I would think everybody would love an overbearing mother like me. But me and your father and you, we could all pitch in $333,000 each. We're going to give him $1 million. That's enough money for him to travel back and forth on the days he's not teaching. To which Danny was like, what? No. Meanwhile, respected legal scholar Daniel Markel was just like, I want my boys. You don't want me? That's fine. I will date other women. What I'm not going to do without is my children. And Wendy is like, Mom, I don't know what I'm going to do. And Charlie, now listen, we have not spoken that much about Charlie yet. This is where Charlie starts to take a bigger role in this entire situation. That is that Charlie really had a thing for Asian women. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but he liked women from all over Asia. You Chinese, you're Filipino, you're Thai, whatever it is. Oh, he loved himself a nice Asian woman. And also he's like, I'm Billy Badass. I drive a Maserati. I'm a periodontist. I fix teeth and gums and whatever else periodontists do. Have you met my latest Asian girlfriend? So he had this girlfriend and that girlfriend, girlfriends all over the place. But also he liked to work out a lot. He liked to hang out with a grittier element down at the gym. You see, young Charlie Adelson was just like, I am the maestro. I'm comfortable on either side of the tracks.
Charlie is the biggest dork that tried to fit in. Like, he's the nerd who wanted to be friends with all of them. And all of the cool kids. And so that's where his brain was. Hey, Tommy, how are ya? That's where his brain was. And that is what he was trying to do. Except, like, even his best friend one of his best friends literally testified against him and was like, I don't want to be here at all. Like, I could say that I'm not doing that to my best friend ever. If anything, I'm going to stand up for her because I'm the one that helped her do it. You know what I mean? Like, that's what happens. But
I can hang out with like some gritty dudes or like upscale fellow dentists. Okay, Charlie was dating a nice Asian lady. I believe she was Filipino, named Katie McBanawa. And he was just like, hey girl, prior to me diddling your kibbles and bits, can I ask you a question? Don't take anything by this, but I have a question for you. Do you know anybody who could harm somebody? And when Katie McBanawa was like, Yeah, why do you ask? And he's like, just asking. We'll get back to it later. Meanwhile, Donna Adelson is like,
Literally asked her
obviously,
the first
since
date.
Dan Markel won't let our beloved Wendy move down to South Florida, the only choice
It was like the first time they went out, or like Halloween party or something. They just barely knew each other. And he's like, hey, you know anybody who will commit murder for me? And she was like, yeah, cool, I got you. Like, exactly. He thinks he's a playboy. He is not a playboy at all. The boy does not know how to do anything. He is a disgusting, calls himself the maestro. Like, okay, whatever. No, gross. That's just gross. It's gross.
we have is to take him off the playing field. We're gonna pew him up, and then that makes perfect sense. What we're gonna do is we're just gonna shuffle him off to the endless heaven buffet, kosher section, and then my grandchildren and my lovely daughter can live here with me, and we can live happily ever after. What could possibly go wrong with this plan? And so Wendy is like, allegedly, because Wendy has not been arrested. Wendy is like, okay, that seems like a good plan. I don't want to get my hands dirty. I don't want no parts of this, allegedly. And so she's just like, I will know all the information, but really not say anything to anybody. I'm gonna let my brother Charlie, my big brother who takes such good care of me, I'm gonna let him take care of this. Meanwhile, Katie McBanawa, Charlie's girlfriend, says to her baby's daddy, listen, I'm dating this dentist dude, and he needs you to do him a favor.
Natalie. Natalie, I love you so much. That just made me die. Oh my God. I have to send that. Hold on. I have to send that to I got to figure out where it is. This is hilarious, you guys. Natalie, you always do the best things. Oh my God, Natalie. You're killing me. You're killing me over here. All right. You guys. Here you go. Let's see where to go. There we go. You guys. This is what Natalie just sent me. It's perfect. This is perfection. Oh, yeah. Kathy is fun. Kathy is a lot of fun, Patrick. I think, she makes it fun. She doesn't like she'll watch the 8 hours, but she doesn't actually show you the 8 hours. She just does the recaps for you, which is great. I can't with you. That is hilarious.
Here's an envelope that has all the details in it. I didn't really peek. I mean, I might have peeked a little bit, but I didn't really peek. And if you just read this envelope, it has all the details. Sigfredo Garcia, Katie's baby daddy, also brown person, was just like, so for $100,000, if I unalive this dentist if I unalive this dude up in Tallahassee, I don't know him. I don't know nothing about him. I can get $100,000 and possibly get my baby's mom back. This sounds like a perfect plan. Who will I get to help me? Now, I'm drinking all the time and I'm using a lot of cocaine, not because I'm addicted, but I really, really do enjoy the smell of it. Who can I get? I have many friends. Oh, Luis, my friend. Luis, my childhood friend and member of the Latin Kings.
Come here.
Could you just go on a little ride with me? And Luis was like, yeah, I'm not asking no questions. You want to go on a ride? Let's go on a ride. Take a little road trip. So they take a little road trip up to North Florida. And on the drive, Luis is like, so where are we going to eat? Where are we going to sleep? And what exactly are we doing here? And Siggy was like, right. So, Katie is dating this dude, and this dude wants his brother-in-law, sent off to the endless heaven buffet kosher section. And so he's giving us money, and we're gonna do this. We're gonna do this thing so this lady can get her kids back. Please don't ask no more questions. We're just gonna go pew this dude up, and then we're gonna get on with the rest of our lives. And Luis was like, all right, are there Buc-ee's around? No, I'm not sure if there's Buc-ee's in this part of Florida. So they go up to Florida, and these two bumbling hitmen are just like, oh, we see him, but we keep losing him. He drops the kids off at the daycare, and then he stays in there and plays with his children. What is that about? Okay, I can't be pew-pewing some dude up in front of his kids. So they go back to South Florida without doing the job. Donna is like, where is the body? Bring me the head of Daniel Markel. And Charlie and Katie are just like, y'all, you were supposed to Uche M.A. And so they were just like, okay. So the hitmen take take two, drive back up to North Florida. And this time they follow Daniel Markel around, pull up behind him in his driveway. Luis Rivera, the Latin King, who was just along for the ride, like figuratively and literally, pulls up in the driveway behind Danny Markel. Sigfredo Garcia jumps out of the car and pew, 2 shots to the face, runs back in the car, and then speeds back down to South Florida. And the two gunmen are like, we got away with it. This is great. Luis Rivera is like, you better have my money. Where's my money? And so Katie is like, okay, thanks so much. Let me just let Charlie know. Boop, 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 boop.
He's like, give me my money now. Yeah, except they didn't just get away with it because you guys know how they found them, right? Did you guys find out how they found them? They found them because they had no idea who it was. They just knew it was a like mint green Prius or whatever. They didn't know who it was, and one detective, they were like on the last things they could think of. And the one detective said, let's look up city buses videos and see if we can find them like find them driving. And they found Dan Markel's driving his car next to a city bus, and the Prius was behind it. They couldn't see who was in it. But when they did see is it had a sun pass in it. And so then they went and they pulled all the sun passes for people who came into the area around that time that might be connected to Wendy Adelson. And that's how they found the car from Miami area where they rented it. And then they went to the rental dealership and they just hand them over the stuff, said, here's their phone numbers. That's how they found them. It was like boom, boom, boom. That's so how they found them. It was quick. They're not the smartest criminals.
Charlie, the deed is done, right? So Donna Adelson is like, my son-in-law has been sent off to the Emma's Heaven Buffet, kosher section.
Oh,
and look, I promised to pay my portion. Let me pay my portion. I am very particular about this. I want to make sure that there's no fingerprints on this money. So I washed it in my washing machine, but the dry cycle didn't finish all the way. I'm just going to have to stack it together. Oh, and I hope this money is not too wet. So she put it in Ziploc bags, and then she put the money inside of a brown paper bag, delivers it to Charlie's house as she speeds up to North Florida to be with her newlywed.
Oh, yes, you guys. I forgot. She actually literally laundered the money in a laundry machine. She washed it. It's crazy. Who? And then you got Charlie stapling it together.
No daughter and her free and clear grandchildren. So Donna Adelson drops the money off at Charlie's place and then goes to be with her daughter, Wendy. And she's like, oh, Wendy, this is terrible. You're a widow now? I'm not excited about this at all. Oh, the police want to talk to us too because they want to know we're here to support you. Tell the police to talk to my lawyer. No. So they pack up their daughter, Wendy, and they pack up the grandkids and they go back down to South Florida where they're like, we are now going to live happily ever after because the Adelsons get what they want. Meanwhile, Rob Adelson up in upstate New York where the snow is up to his eyebrows is like, wait, Wendy, girl, somebody pew-pewed up your husband. Don't you want to know what happened? And Wendy is like, no, I am wildly incurious. I've been curious about everything my whole entire life. But now, no, I don't want to know anything about this murderation. Why can't you just be quiet and live happily ever after? And Rob Adelson is like, this is super duper sus. Remember that time that mom forced me to give up the love of my life and go off and marry that Jewish lady that I later divorced? This seems like something my mom would do. And Wendy's like, why do you keep asking questions? If you're going to keep asking questions just because my ex-husband was taken off the playing field, I don't know if I could keep talking to you. And Rob Adelson was like, okay, I don't even really like y'all like that anyway. And my wife has a lovely family who's very nice to us. So let me just take my distance from all y'all. Meanwhile, Charlie Adelson is like, I am Billy Badass. I solved the problem. I am the family hero. Yay, me. Katie McBanawa, the go-between, Charlie's girlfriend, was like, Charlie, thank you so much for the money. Little problem. Some of it was moldy. Did your mama actually wash the money in the washing machine? And Charlie was like, listen, girl, spend your money. And she's like, Katie was like, okay, you know what I really, really want? I want to get my hair done. I want to live in a better apartment and I really want some boobs. And Charlie is like, boobs, you say? I know a guy. There is a famous doctor down here in Miami who's known for giving amazing boob jobs. Look. As a nice bonus for you for helping me take care of that problem up north, I'm going to send you to Dr. Boobner. That is his street name. He is an actual plastic surgeon and give you some nice murder boobs. And Katie was like, ha, yes, I'm out here with my new boobs, out here in these streets. I'm living my best life. I have a better apartment. Things are going well. The hitmen are just doing whatever they do. They're not saying anything to anybody. Meanwhile, up in Tallahassee, the police are like, nay, things like this don't happen up here. We will investigate this crime. And they start investigating and they find from a cell phone tower dump, they find one number that links back down to Miami. And they were like, wait. Why would somebody using a Miami number be up here in North Florida around the time of the crime? Wait, didn't Daniel Markel's wife flee to South Florida immediately after the crime? We should maybe investigate this. They start investigating, and who do they find? The two hitmen, who were promptly arrested and questioned. Suddenly, Katie McBanawa was like, hamina. My baby daddy got arrested. Wait, this might lead back to me. Wendy and Charlie and Donna were like, oh, this is terrible. It's been 2 or 3 years and they are arresting people for this crime. That is terrible. Oh, look, it's a bunch of brown people getting arrested. So we're really, really not worried about it. So I'm sure everything is going to be fine for us. The two hitmen, remember I said one was a Latin King gang member? Please know the Latin Kings had nothing to do with this. It was just a coinky-dink that Sigfredo Garcia had a childhood friend.
Luis Garcia is ah. Hi, Ames. Be careful. We love you. Be careful. Luis Garcia, did you see him? You guys see him stare down Charlie at the trial when it was like a sidebar last case? Because, dude, if looks could kill, Charlie would not be on this mortal planet.
Who is a Latin king. Now, because Luis Rivera, the driver of the getaway car, was like, I know something about this legal system. First one to talk to the prosecutor gets a good deal. He was like, hey, prosecutor, hey, listen. If I tell you about my part in this, can I just go free after a few years? And they were like, well, tell us every single thing. He's like, oh, I will tell you everything I know. And so Luis Garcia sits down and has a very long conversation with the police where he explains every single thing he knows about this case. And he gives up Katie McBanois. He gives up Sigfredo Garcia. And he's like, this had to do with a dentist that Katie knew. I don't know nothing about it. But listen, I'm already in prison doing some federal time for some other Latin King business. So yeah, add a couple years onto my sentence. Everybody else gonna get life in prison for this whole situation. But I'm gonna be home with my 6 kids in a couple years, so I'm not gonna worry about it. So that is how Latin King report. This Latin King is reportedly illiterate. He is hot. I'm not saying that I have a thing for hitmen. Certainly, I do not. But child, that hitman could hit it. I'm just saying. Anyway, so Luis Garcia is like, I don't read good, I don't speak good, I don't understand complicated words, but you know what I understand? The legal system and going home to raise my family. So Luis Rivera gives up the whole game, and the prosecutor's office is like, oh, the Adelsons, you say, prominent Jewish family from South Florida, you say, that's going to be a big get. So prosecutor Georgia Kappelman takes to trial Katie McBanois and Sigfredo Garcia and gets a conviction on Garcia. The jury for McBanois hangs. Luis Rivera is already in prison. And he's just like, I mean, I'll come back and testify if you want me to. And so they do a second trial where Katie McBanois, who's just positive that she is absolutely not going to be convicted for anything, goes to trial and blows trial. Boom, life in prison. The way Katie McBanois cried at her conviction, she was like, wait, but I sided with the white people. I mean, I know I'm a nice brown lady, but I was like, the rich white people are free and I am locked up. How is this fair? And one Georgia Kappelman was like, don't you worry about it, girl. Now, remember how we promised you if you gave us information on Charlie Adelson, you could go free, walk out of here today and raise your children, and you said no? Girl, this is going real bad for you. And she's like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I got locked up. But based on the information that the state collected during the investigation, they're like, we think we have enough to go after Charlie Adelson and maybe at some point, Donna Adelson. Boom, boom, boom. I'm leaving you on a cliffhanger. Tomorrow, you will get part 2 of the Donna Adelson trial. Are you getting ready for her trial? Are you excited for the trial? More information tomorrow. I will see you soon. Y'all stay safe out there. I'll see you next crime. Bye.
Okay, so this is that was Miss Kathy. That was section 1. There is what happened? I don't have access to YouTube, so if it happened by accident, I don't know. I'll call and talk to Amy and see what's going on. We're going to okay, so you guys talk amongst yourselves. We'll see what's going on. There we go. Zack Attack, I knew you loved me. You guys, nobody. For 10 seconds. I just got. We're gonna go that way because I don't know what just happened. Amy Boston,
Hey,
my favorite girl. Amy Boston driving.
can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me? Hello? Can you hear me? I can hear you. Beautiful. Can you hear me? Can you hear me now?
Kelly,
I can hear you. I hear you.
I can't hear you.
How am I supposed to say that? Talk time with Amy in Boston and